Welcome back. Since its start more than 40 years ago, the Texas Cattle Feeders Association has become one of the most influential organizations in American agriculture. The association is proud of the lead it takes when it comes to political and industry issues, and over the years, it's helped the Lone Star State become the nation's leader in cattle feeding. Reporter Dave Russell visits one of the state's veteran operations, Hansford County Feeders.
As far as Beau Kazar is concerned, Texas has the nation's best climate when it comes to feeding cattle. Kazar is feed yard manager at Hansford County Feeders in Spearman. He was raised on a local ranch, and as soon as he was big enough to get on a horse, he was trained by his father to become a cowboy.
When I was about 16 years old, I went to a feed yard for the first time. And I remember pulling on that feed yard, and they had cattle in the pens, and I'd been used to yearling cattle or calves all my life, and that was the first fat cattle that I saw, and I couldn't believe how big they could get. I worked summers there in between high school and in between college, and then after a couple of years of college, I came back and kind of started in the feed yards. I went to work full-time for Cargill in 1974, and I was with them for 26 years. Left there and for a couple of years on my own, and then decided to come back to the feed yards, and I've been here ever since 2003.
Hansford's mission is to provide cattle with the best possible facility during their finishing phase, using humane handling practices and minimizing stress on the animals.
We're an independent feed yard, and we get up every morning coming to provide quality care to our cattle. We do that because we like cattle, we enjoy working with cattle, and to make a profit. Certainly we do that. Our people that work with me here, the 38 other employees, I believe that every one of them does the same thing. I think they come to work wanting to do a good job, understanding how to do that, and they go about it throughout the day. We always get curves thrown at us, but these guys have become pretty good curveball hitters, and I'm very proud of the folks that I work with.
The facility's mill starts at 6 every morning, and the cattle are fed 3 times daily. But Beau says their operation is nonstop.
We receive cattle 24/7. We'll get cattle in at night. We'll get cattle in all during the day. We have not security, not people that are here during the night to receive cattle, to read the bunks, to make sure that there's no problems that occur in that time that jeopardizes the cattle or the operation. So we're going 24 hours a day and taking care of it.
Kazar says his business lends itself naturally to conservation, land management, and environmental protection, particularly the handling of wastewater.
I mean, it's just a natural step to want to take care of the land and to manage our resources. So when we think in terms of how much water we're pumping, you know, we're not going to be wasteful of that. We're going to try to use it in the best possible manner.
Beau is serving as chair of the Texas Cattle Feeders this year, a position he says he never imagined for himself. But he's honored by the role the association has played over the years in helping to keep the industry viable.
The restrictions that we've avoided by bringing science to the table and helping people understand that their perceptions were not true, and that some regulations that they thought to impose that they were not necessary. But that staff can't do it all by themselves. It takes volunteers to the association, becoming involved in that association, and even if you're not in the association, as an individual, as a citizen of this country, we need to be involved in what's going on.
Like a lot of people, Kazar is concerned by the current diminished cow herd numbers. In the past, he says, people would be encouraged to build up those herds.
They're having to make tough decisions, and probably not, as far as I'm concerned, not making the right decision at this point, because I need them to be holding those heifers. I need them to be expanding the cow herd and get us going. And today we believe that we're short of numbers. I think our price indicates that our product is in short supply, and if we start today, we're 3 to 4 years from effectively influencing those available feeder numbers.
He also believes it's time to end corn subsidies for ethanol.
A big part of what we do here is buy and sell corn through these cattle to make our beef. Our corn prices have really gotten elevated. We're in competition with the ethanol companies, and we have the ethanol subsidies, and they probably had a place in the beginnings of those companies, but they're mature businesses now, and they no longer need that subsidy to compete, and it puts us, when we're out heads to heads with the ethanol people bidding on corn, their subsidies allows them an unfair advantage in calculating the profitability of that input into their cost structure.
Given all the challenges, Kazar still sees a bright future for U.S. beef as international markets expand and economies improve.
Back in the 80s, we talked about our industry being a mature industry, and the way that was explained to me was that we're just going to be static. There's not going to be much growth, and so we have to learn to function within those parameters. I don't buy that. I truly think that we'll see an expanding demand and opportunities if we do it right. You know, our marketplace is the world, and we can be the preferred supplier.
Reporting from Hansford County Feeders in Spearman, Texas, I'm Dave Russell for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
To join Bo Kazar as a member of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, give us a call at 1-866-USA-BEEF. A representative is standing by right now to take your call. You can also become a member by visiting us online at beefusa.org.